Picture this for a moment. You're doing everything you were told is healthy. You're exercising regularly, pushing yourself, trying to stay strong as you age. But what if I told you that some of the most common exercises seniors are encouraged to do every single day are quietly putting dangerous stress on your heart, without you feeling it right away? No chest pain. No warning signs. Just slow, silent damage over time. And the worst part? These exercises are often praised as good for you. If you're over 55, 60, or even 70, this is one of the most important videos you'll ever watch, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly which 5 exercises you need to stop or seriously modify starting today to protect your heart and still stay fit. Now listen carefully. Exercise itself is not the enemy. Movement is medicine, but the wrong type of exercise, done the wrong way at the wrong intensity, especially for seniors, can place unnecessary strain on the heart, raise blood pressure to dangerous levels, disrupt heart rhythm, and accelerate cardiovascular wear and tear. And this isn't fear-mongering. This is something cardiologists and exercise physiologists quietly talk about but rarely explain clearly to everyday people. Let me say this up front so there's no confusion. If you're sitting on the couch all day, that's not healthy either. What we're talking about today is replacing risky exercises with safer, smarter alternatives that actually strengthen your heart instead of stressing it. So if you care about living longer, staying independent, and protecting your heart, keep watching. Let's start with the first exercise that needs serious attention, especially for seniors who think harder is better. Long duration, steady-state high-intensity cardio. I'm talking about things like jogging for 45 minutes straight, pushing through breathlessness, forcing yourself to keep going because you think stopping means weakness. For younger bodies, this may be tolerable. For aging hearts, this can quietly become a problem. As we age, the heart muscle becomes less elastic. Blood vessels stiffen. Recovery slows down. When you force your heart to stay at a high rate for a long continuous period, especially without intervals or rest, you're asking an aging cardiovascular system to operate in a zone it was never designed to stay in for that long. This can spike blood pressure, overload the heart chambers, and increase the risk of arrhythmias. Many seniors don't realize that endurance-style cardio done at high intensity can actually weaken the heart muscle over time instead of strengthening it. And here's the tricky part. You might feel proud afterward. You might feel tired but accomplished. That doesn't mean your heart loved it. Often, the damage doesn't show up immediately. It shows up years later as irregular heartbeat, unexplained fatigue, or reduced exercise tolerance. This doesn't mean cardio is bad. It means the way you're doing it matters. Shorter bouts, moderate intensity, with breaks, are far more heart-friendly for seniors. Walking briskly for 10 to 15 minutes, resting, then continuing is far safer than forcing yourself through one long, exhausting session. Now let's talk about another exercise that surprises many people because it looks harmless. Heavy lifting while holding your breath. This happens more often than you think. Squats, leg presses, deadlifts, or even heavy chest presses where you instinctively hold your breath to push through the effort. This is known as the Valsalva maneuver, and for seniors, it can be extremely risky. When you hold your breath during exertion, pressure builds up inside your chest. This sudden pressure dramatically increases blood pressure, sometimes to dangerously high levels in seconds. For an aging heart or someone with hidden heart disease, this can trigger serious cardiovascular events. We're talking about fainting, abnormal heart rhythms, and in severe cases, heart attacks or strokes. Many seniors don't even realize they're doing it. They're focused on completing the rep, lifting the weight, proving to themselves they're still strong. Strength is important, yes, but straining is not strength. Real strength for seniors is controlled breathing, moderate resistance, and smooth movement. If you find yourself grunting, holding your breath, or turning red while lifting, that's your body waving a red flag. Strength training should support your heart, not challenge it to survive a pressure explosion. Now let's move into something that's extremely popular but deeply misunderstood. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT, done aggressively without proper modification. You've probably seen videos encouraging older adults to do burpees, jump squats, mountain climbers, or fast-paced circuits to boost heart health. And while HIIT can be beneficial for some people, it becomes dangerous when seniors try to copy routines designed for 25-year-olds. The problem isn't intervals themselves. The problem is sudden spikes in heart rate followed by incomplete recovery. Aging hearts take longer to adapt to rapid changes. When you push from resting to maximum effort in seconds, repeatedly, you place enormous stress on the heart's electrical system. This increases the risk of irregular heartbeats and dizziness, especially in people with undiagnosed cardiovascular issues. Many seniors think, if I'm not breathless, it's not working. That mindset is outdated and dangerous. Your heart doesn't need shock treatment to get stronger. It needs consistent, manageable challenges that allow full recovery between efforts. If you ever feel lightheaded, shaky, nauseous, or unusually exhausted after high-intensity sessions, your heart is telling you something important. And ignoring those signals is one of the biggest mistakes seniors make. Now let's talk about a sneaky one that often flies under the radar. Exercises that involve prolonged isometric holding, like wall sits, long planks, or static holds done for extended periods. These exercises look safe because you're not moving much. But for the heart, they can be surprisingly stressful. When you hold a position without movement, muscles stay contracted, which restricts blood flow. This forces your heart to pump harder against resistance, again driving blood pressure up. For seniors, prolonged isometric holds can cause sharp increases in blood pressure without you realizing it, especially if you're holding your breath or clenching your jaw. This doesn't mean you should never do planks or holds. It means long-duration, maximal effort holds are not ideal for heart health in older adults. Shorter holds, broken into sets, with relaxed breathing, are much safer and still effective. Now here's one exercise mistake that almost nobody talks about, but it's incredibly important. Exercising intensely when you're dehydrated, underfueled, or overheated. Many seniors exercise early in the morning without water, skip meals, or push through hot weather, thinking it builds toughness. In reality, this combination puts massive strain on the heart. Dehydration thickens the blood, making it harder for the heart to pump. Heat causes blood vessels to dilate, forcing the heart to work even harder to maintain circulation. When you combine intense exercise with these conditions, you're setting up the perfect storm for heart stress, dizziness, and even collapse. The heart thrives on balance, not extremes. Seniors need to respect hydration, temperature, and energy levels more than younger people do. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. Now I want you to hear this clearly, because this is the most empowering part of this video. You don't need extreme workouts to have a strong heart. In fact, many of the longest living populations in the world don't do intense exercise at all. They move often, moderately, and consistently. Walking, light cycling, swimming, gentle resistance training, and mobility-focused movements support heart health beautifully when done correctly. The key is keeping your effort at a level where you can still speak a sentence without gasping. That's often called the talk test, and it's one of the simplest heart protective tools you can use. Another powerful habit is allowing recovery. Your heart strengthens during rest, not just during effort. If you're exercising hard every single day and feeling constantly tired, that's not dedication. That's overtraining, and for seniors, it can be dangerous. Let me share something important. Many heart-related exercise issues in seniors don't come from one bad workout. They come from years of doing slightly too much, slightly too hard, without listening to the body. The damage accumulates slowly, quietly, until one day the heart simply can't keep up. That's why awareness is everything. Once you know what to avoid and how to modify, you can exercise with confidence instead of fear. If you've been doing any of these exercises and now feel worried, don't panic. This video isn't about guilt. It's about adjustment. Small changes can dramatically reduce risk while still keeping you active and strong. Focus on controlled breathing. Focus on posture. Focus on movement quality, not intensity. And most importantly, pay attention to how you feel during and after exercise. Chest tightness, unusual shortness of breath, dizziness, or extreme fatigue are not badges of honor. They're warning signs. Your heart has been working nonstop since the day you were born. It deserves respect, especially now. If this video opened your eyes even a little, do yourself a favor and share it with someone you care about. A spouse, a parent, a friend over 60 who thinks pushing harder is always better. This information can genuinely save lives. And if you want more videos that help you stay strong, mobile, and heart healthy without risky extremes, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I create content specifically for seniors who want to age with strength, clarity, and confidence. Remember, fitness at this stage of life isn't about proving anything. It's about protecting what matters most: your heart.